Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome all to some more Rebirth. And after last run, which was just... seriously, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. What can I say? I am ready for anything now, and I am unable to use the English language correctly. Let's open this chest. It's not horrible. It's a HP up. That's fine. Normally, when playing Cain, my main pirate man and the bringer of glorious pain, I like to save the key. I like to, but, you know, we got offered a golden chest straight away, and I wanted that to be a sign of something great. So I went for it, and while it wasn't terrific, it honestly could have been a lot worse, so I'm kind of cool with it. And in fact, the HP that dropped is going to let us go to the curse room pretty nicely, so overall, I'm kind of happy. Undefined! What is with my runs recently? I feel like the game's gone, victory? You don't need to win, you just need to have a right rip-roaring time. I still don't like that expression either, though, like rip-roaring. I mean, I kind of get where it's going, but at the same time, the only way I can imagine something rip-roaring is if you walk up to a lion, rip its favorite jacket, and then it roars at you. That's really all I have when it comes to that, which I don't think is probably entirely accurate. Alright then, Undefined, what you got for us? And we have ourselves the secret room. Okay, so we're probably going to end up with a few I am errors going on, but that's totally cool. That's why this item is absolutely great fun. Our damage is not terrific, but, you know, we are working with Cain's base damage, so that's not really a surprise to anyone. I am kind of wanting to find the secret room, although it can't actually be there, can it? But we did get double kill with that bomb. We have a spare one. It was probably okay value. Probably. I guess I should have killed the boss before Undefining just to guarantee the boss drop. We will use that, and yay! Cain has gone through puberty, everybody! And we get ourselves a bit of Dingle Dangle action, which normally I'm a little bit upset about, but we do get a room that is very nice for beating the Dingle Dangle. Also, if he keeps making poop, and we have the petrified poop, we're actually going to get a fair amount of value of just fighting him, so I am totally cool with that. I don't want to be too close to him when he does his spread, because I feel like there is a distance which if you are too close, then you just get hit by them and you can't really dodge them. It's probably just me being bad and not understanding the ways of the Dingle Hunter. I feel like Van Helsing would be very much different if instead of like, I hunt demons and vampires through the night and make the world safe, I hunt living sentient poop through the night and make the world cleaner, I guess. It doesn't really come off as badass, really. And, hey, the wire coat hanger. That is totally fine by me. A pretty damn good boss drop. I always like runs where you get the good boss drop. I really, really do. So let's go grab our heart before I forget it, which, you know, is reasonably likely. In fact, why was I checking for a secret room when I'd already undefined? I think that really is the main question of the day, isn't it? There's no point going in the shop right now. We don't have the money, and I don't want to tease myself with a stopwatch that I can't buy. And I want my one and only stopwatch run to be gun, because, wait, I want my one and only stopwatch run to be a gun. I don't know how that would work, but now I have a lovely image of Isaac toting like an AK-47 and just blitzing down everyone. And he's like, you think this is game? Okay, we play game. It's called Duck. I should not have done that. Oh, come on. I just saw the cursed room and went for it without thinking, and then that was poor. That was a little bit poor. That was what you call my brain not really interfacing too well with my hands. That is very, very much a shame. Okay, I'm glad he did not survive. We're not one-shotting Dingle Dangles, which is obviously a massive problem. He should die before he gets to us, which is good. We grab our extra health, which is nice, but still not really ideal. I do want the item room before I press Undefined, just in case. It's probably a good idea, but I will press it before the boss, because I'm not that bothered. You know, there is a level of care at which I have, and it's not that high. Unfortunately, we did not get a battery from him, which would have been even better, and no health from him either. So that was just a very terrible set of champions there. I don't want to bomb into the secret room, because Undefined will more than likely give us the secret room. At least we can only hope, or the Undefined with the... I will admit today, ladies and gentlemen, that my brain is in kind of a kerfuddled mood, and I guess the best way to explain it is that I had a shower. Now, that's not the kerfuddling thing by itself. Like, what? Everyone, that's like very normal. No, I never get showers. I refuse to be clean. No, that's not true. Before we go down that route, the Infinite Keys is very nice. The Curse of the Maze, not so much, but a good way to explain the kind of, yay, Blood of the Martyr. That's absolutely fine. A lovely bit of damage up. But the best way to explain how I'm currently feeling is that while in the shower, it was like, you know, doing the shower things, the water cascading down, doing what it does, you know. By the way, what I do want to ask, while we're on the topic of showers, because indeed we are now fully talking about cleanliness, are you the type of person who likes to get in a shower and be out within 60 seconds like it's some sort of sprint course time trial of in, wash, out, boom, stop the clock, do we have a record on our hands? Or are you the type of person that gets in the shower, gets out an hour later and goes, that's the time? Jesus! Or are you, you know, somewhere in between? I think it does depend on your mood and what kind of day you're having, but I bet everyone kind of generally has a preference when it comes to that, so I'd love to know what you're rocking. I think it's like the hot to cold and cold to hot question. You know, it says a lot. So we're going to go into the curse room, and then we are going to Undefined out, which I think is okay. That's very, very nice to get, and that's very nice to get. That was just a quality set of chests there, and that's a fine secret room to get before the boss. So overall, in fact, obviously we should go in the shop as well while we're here. I mean, why the hell not? This is probably the actual secret room. It is indeed, and again, an extra key. So this is a pretty profitable floor. We get some damage, we get a load of consumables, and yes, there's options. Wonderful. We'll buy an extra spirit heart as well, just to make sure that we get ourselves the devil deal, and of course we protect this eternal heart that we have. So either way, the point I was trying to make before tangenting upon my tangent, pin. Oh, that is fine. Oh god. Oh wow, that was embarrassing. I feel like just taking damage against pin is just like as embarrassing as dying on the Lost. Like, you know, every time you get hit once on the Lost, you're dead, obviously. I feel like getting hit by pin is basically you've lost the run, irrelevant as if you go on to win the run, because he's that easy. The safety pin, by far and away the best thing to take from that, so yeah, let us move on. But yeah, the kind of mood that I was in is I was in the shower and I was like, the water's really too warm. I'm kind of like, ugh, no, it's too warm. I'm going to turn it down. So I turn it down, and then 5 seconds later, I'm like, no, the water's too cold now. It's really cold. So I turn it up, and I'm like, no, it's too warm now. And I basically did that for 10 minutes, then got really angry, and got out the shower. So that's the kind of mood I'm in today. Is this the run of Eternal Hearts per floor? Do I have Maggie's faith and not realize it? I mean, I'm not complaining. It just seems a little bit lucky on my part. Ooh, we can... I mean, this seems like the most pointless thing in the universe, but I'm going to do it because sometimes it's fun to just do pointless things. That's a little bit of an annoying room, but we do have access to a lot of batteries, which does make Undefined very good. Now, obviously... Wait, did we get a devil room and I walked past it? I don't think I would have done that, but there is a chance that I did. And if I did... Whoops! But I'm pretty sure I didn't hear the devil room sound, nor see the door, but, you know, I was mid sort of musing, and when you're mid musings, then anything could happen. Anything could happen at all. It really, really could. But yeah, I'm in a kind of topsy-turvy mood, which is good. I mean, it's a little bit fun, because things are like, hey, all the time. But it also means that occasionally I'm going to confuse myself by just speaking, which is special in of itself. Oh, another battery that we can't claim. That is a shame. What a pain. A lovely little bit of poetry there. Poetry gaming videos. I think that is the way to go. Where is our item room? That's what I would... love to know. Oh well, at least we didn't get hit by the explosions. That's always a tricky room to deal with, and I'm fine if I take damage on it. That room as the Lost is like, haha, enjoy restarting. Though again, I realize I mention this every time I get that room, but I'm still really proud of it. So, you know, I'm going to keep mentioning it. I beat that room on the Lost. I'm going to put it to an even number, because I like that, but it just... And we get another battery in the shop. So that is awesome as well. I guess we'll do our boss right now. I'm not too bothered about finding the item room, because we definitely have the power to kill any given boss, especially a spidery pestilence. That is absolutely fine. Though it does seem to be very random where his shots go. I thought they were always relevant to where his head stump is, but apparently not. So do I want the ball of bandages or the dog food? I guess for now, I'm just going to go in here. And we do get ourselves Gimpy, but do I really want Gimpy? I feel like I'm okay enough on this run to actually go for some angel rooms and see what we can make with that. So I'm going to just pass up on the devil deal and see if we can't Sacred Heart or God have this. Because I haven't had them in a while. In fact, I've only ever had Sacred Heart once, and I kind of want to experience it again. I really, really do. Not that we're probably going to end up with them. That would be exceptionally fortunate, but I at least want to believe. Yes, I do. Alright, there we go. I like to imagine there's now a rousing debate in the comments about the best way to use a parasite. Beautiful. Absolute. Not the best way to use a parasite. I've always, in my experience, found the best way to use a parasite is to apply it directly to the brain. You fool! You apply it to the base of the spine. Do you not know nothing of parasitomitis? That is the study of parasites, by the way, just in case you were wondering. I would love it if some of you could actually have a pretend academic argument about the relative merits of where you should use the parasite. That would make me very, very happy. So we are going to try and... That was terrible. We are going to try and I am error ourselves into a Undefined room. That was completely wrong. We do get the Godhead, which is great, and then we will pop away, and we get the Broken Ankh, which I am not too fond of. I'd rather keep the Petrified Poop for that guaranteed, well, not really guaranteed, but those superior drops. I cannot get that battery, but I can get the battery that is down there. So I basically have 3 shots at making this happen, which I think is decent enough. And then if not, I'll just take a heart of damage to go have another go, which I think is kind of okay. And here we have the I Am Error room, and it was an I Am Error shop. Interesting. You know what, I'm going to buy the Mask of Infamy just so it doesn't show up anywhere else on the run. I am going to take a Wealth of Wealth over the Petrified Poop, and there we go. Also, Fate, obviously, is incredible, so... That was overall pretty damn good. Oh no, guys, I made the mistake. Clearly, I should have bought the Black Bean. What am I? I am so bad at this game. I'm just a massive noob. I am just a massive, massive noob. This is going pretty well, though. I'm happy to have a good Kane run, because I am a big fan of Kane. I feel like Kane would be fun to talk to in a social setting. I feel like Kane would be approachable. He'd, you know, he's got his eye patch, he's got his gold foot, but he's got a certain charm about him, a certain way of carrying himself that makes you be like, yeah, that guy's probably okay. And you're like, hey Kane, how are you doing? And he's like, oh, I don't know you, what's your name? And you're like, oh yeah, I'm Josh, I'm new in town, you know, new to the Isaacinian city, or whatever you guys call it. I don't really care. I don't pay much attention. And he's like, oh, welcome, man. How you? You know, you doing good? You settling in? I'm like, oh, I'm doing pretty good, Kane. Pretty good. I mean, I'm not really talking to anyone. That guy over there literally is flying in a demon, and I feel like if I go near him, he'll spit blood on me, and I kind of don't want that. And he's like, oh, don't mind him. Don't mind him. Zayz's a little bit grumpy. You don't want to worry about it. And you know, I mean, that guy over there, he doesn't have much going on. He's just like I mean, I'll be honest with you, Kane. I'll keep this between us. He does look like a bald baby. Oh, yeah, I know, but everyone loves him. I know, everyone's just crowding around him. Yeah, that's just Zaki. Don't worry about Zaki. He's, you know, he likes the attention. He does. He's got this fancy sort of dice that he uses, and he always shows off with it. I mean, it's really ridiculous. You just, you know, you don't want to get to know him, honestly. And you're like, oh, but Kane, who's that one over there with the black hair? What's her name? Oh no, you don't want to go. No, they call her the Whore of Babylon. Oh really? Yeah, she's Ooh, she's the town D100. Yeah, you don't want to go near that one. And you know, I could imagine he'd be really good to get you introduced to everyone. I don't know why I felt the need to have such a long pondering around that. I'm not going to use Undefined because I don't know I am error before at least the item room, so I am just going to give up the black heart there. And that is how I would have the Isaacinian conversation. Alright, so we have found our item room, which is glorious, and I do like it when I have a reasonably powerful run that isn't guaranteed, because right now I'm way more powerful than the floor, so I can just enjoy myself and just chill out a little bit, and that is all good. Although we are taking a while to get through champions, so we could definitely do with a little bit more of a damage up. And the halo! It's my halo! That is great. I am going to keep the Wealth of Wealth and then probably switch to the Liberty before leaving the floor. Alright, so now we can go get our Angel/Devil room and then work on Undefining, and it is the Hollow. Annoyingly, I did get hit there. That is a shame. I really thought he'd kind of just bounce down past me, but I guess I was just lying to myself, and it was just so crazy. Well, let's have a look at the Angel room first. Dead Sea Scrolls! Ha ha! Well, why not? And it is a Tammy's tier burst. Fair enough. I mean, I guess I have the bombage to do this as well. Let's not completely waste it. I mean, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth trading a bomb for a 25% chance at a Spirit Heart? And I think it probably is. Alright, can we get the Eye Mirror? We cannot, but we do get some bombs and some mushrooms to blow up, which I think is probably okay. We get basically one pill. Wow, we literally just got one pill per health down. Not really the end of the world at this stage, because we do have a lot of health to work with and a bad trip. Honestly, I would rather that happen now than later, because that's a lot of bad pills that we found, which is really, really good, simply because we can afford to take all of those negatives right now while everything's going very, very well. That could well have crippled us later on. So we'll buy the battery just to go for it again. Annoyingly, we end up in the same place, so I guess I am error is not on the table this floor, which does kind of suck. I mean, we'll explore the last room just in case there is a battery somewhere to be found, but I think we are going to be moving on. Well, that was just an excellent room all around. I mean, that was a quality room there, just a really, really nice room. Alright, let us switch to the Liberty Cap, and yeah, I am pretty content. Let us boogie on down to the Necropolis. I would have rather got the depths, but it's not the end of the world. This guy is pretty damn easy, and I believe he's a batterier, though he's probably a little bit too orange. He'd be a lot yellower if he was a batterier, though I might be wrong. We shall see. And yeah, okay. Well, I guess technically I was right. I would love to find the Black Candle or a Purity Rune right now. I mean, I really, really dislike the Amnesia. Like, who doesn't? Honestly, nobody wants to have amnesia. But at least the one advantage of having amnesia is you don't probably realize you have amnesia. So, I mean, it does have that going for it. And we grab ourselves a key, which we do kind of need. We are slowly running out. And a free Guppy's Head is honestly pretty nice. I'm going to take it. And we do want to end up with as many keys as possible here, because we do want to use I Am Error on the chest as many times as possible to get as powerful as possible. Because I'm not going to deliberately go out my way to do it, but I am going to press I Am Error whenever I can on the chest in the hopes of getting loads of extra items, which would of course be fantastic. But we could definitely do with a little bit of damage up here. We're fairly okay on the defensive health side of things, but we are a little bit lacking when it comes to the speed at which we are murdering our enemies. So we could always do with a little bit more efficient murdering. You know how it is, sometimes you're just not killing things as fast as you would like. Maybe your axe isn't as sharp, maybe your machete is not deadly enough. You've got to have a well-maintained machete. Otherwise, what are you doing with your life? Thank you very much, Mask of Infamy there. I very much appreciate it. No, don't! God, I hate these things. I really do. I feel like they're one of the more annoying enemies in the entire game. Though I do like that Split Shot is, technically speaking, a really really nice damage up, because the split shots do mostly damage whatever it is you are targeting with them. And flying and the speed that I'm moving at on this room makes what is normally a nightmare of a room fantastically easy, so I am cool with that. Come on, trapdoor. Damn. Hello, gurglings. Whoa, that gurgling just injured me. And I'm a little bit upset that that happened. I really, really am. I will admit it. I am man enough to admit that when I am upset, I am upset. This should be a key one, if I am not wrong. Though I've been wrong before. I'm joking, of course. I'm never wrong. Me wrong. Oh, it is just... We're talking of being wrong. I played a game of Trivial Pursuit where the questions were based on games recently with a few friends, you know. It was a nice way to relax on the evening of my birthday. And I played with someone who didn't know who Crash Bandicoot or Captain Falcon was. I lost some friends that night. Like, how do you not know that? It's just... It hurts. Like, it really, really hurts just fundamentally, like, my soul. Well, okay, so I can damage, so I can get damaged, but I can't do the damaging. That seems fair. Come on, do work. Well, I mean, it killed one of them. I really just dislike these rooms. Go away, please die. And then finally, you should not survive too long. I'm really happy we have the goat's head, otherwise this would really suck. We'll grab ourselves the spirit heart, and actually we're going to grab ourselves the key. Yes, the battery is really good and getting some IM error rooms, but right now we need to think about playing as if we didn't have Undefined and actually just winning the run. I'm actually making pretty good progress on this floor, considering I am amnesiafied, which is surprising to me, because normally I spend so long wandering around the place. Oh, as we just found out, there it is, my first place wonder. I'm going to use a bomb here on the skulls. Oh wow, that is a shame. That is just a crying shame. I don't like crying shame. Again, I realize I seem to evaluate expressions a lot in these episodes. I do seem to do that. But I think it's always a valid, important thing to do, because expressions really define people as a culture and of a way of life, because everyone has their own expressions. Like, they really, really do. Like, I know people who use the expression a few eggs short of a full English breakfast, which seems just a very roundabout way of saying someone's a little bit crazy. My favourite one is a needle short of a bale of hay. I've heard someone say that. I don't even know what they're trying to imply there, because you don't want a needle in your bale of hay. Like, I was too polite to question what the hell he was on about, so I just accepted it. But there are some wonderful expressions out there. Okay, boss, give us what we need. Explosive diarrhea. Why not? Let us use it against Mr. Bloaty here. Didn't really do an awful lot. I'll admit, it could have definitely done better there, but it was a little bit of fun. And normally I'm very upset to get bloat, but I'm moving at such a speed and doing enough damage that it's actually not really too terrible. So I'm just going to accept it for now. Though I do, of course, need him to jump so I can return to a prime killing position. Ow. I'm really happy I have the goat's head. I feel like he's one of the few bosses that it's really allowed to be hit by as far as things go. Come on, eyes, don't care. There it is, and he is dead. Goodbye, bloat. I'm suddenly very happy for my red heart amount. We are, of course, going to take the damage up there, and while that is a shame, you know, it's always nice to get a bit of survivability. So let's Undefined, and we get ourselves Greed, which is actually pretty okay, because it lets us go to the shop, assuming we get a good amount of money from him, which you normally do. In fact, we get the Steam sale, which normally, again, is pretty good off Greed, but as it stands right now is very, very pointless. But we do have a very nice amount of keys, which is going to be exceptionally useful. We'll obviously want the devil, and we want to move on. Okay, so we definitely need some more power here. It took altogether way too long to kill the bloat there, because all the damage ups that we have found, while, you know, fine and they add up, none of them have been that spectacular. So we are going to find ourselves struggling once we hit the womb. So we gotta think of a plan. We gotta think of a plan for the womb. It is something you've always gotta have a plan for. These hauntlings, really just, I dislike them. But yeah, you've got to have a good plan to kill everyone you see in the room. It really is. Who would be the best Team Fortress character in Binding of Isaac? I guess the spy would be good, because he'd just be invisible all the time and backstab every enemy in the room. I actually really do want an item in Isaac that does give you invisibility. Like, say you walk into a room and enemies don't react to you, can't see you, don't attack you until you make the first move. Like a ninja robe item. I think that would be a really incredible thing, because it would fundamentally change how you go about operating each room, which, you know, is always nice. Items that change your playstyle, I'm a big fan of them, because they really do vary up your runs. I should have used the spacebar item for that and saved that bomb, but I feel like that's a very small play order correction, so I'm not going to be too upset with myself over that one. That one I am going to be a little bit upset at, but not at myself. I feel like I kind of just got gypped into taking damage there. And over here, okay, that's fine. I really thought Split Shot actually did damage them. That confuses me. Having amazing shot speed like I do is wonderful for the Parasite, because it really rockets the split part of the shot, which gives a lot of good room coverage, and you gotta have a lot of good room coverage. Alright, those guys are pretty easy, and there we go. Lovely. I am very, very fast, both in movement and shots, which is really nice. A little bit of damage, and we'd be rocking it. We really would. Oh, Acid Brains, you are ever a very, very disturbing enemy. I'm just hoping our item room here, I mean, Polyphemus would actually be wonderful, because we have the kind of tiers and shot speed to make it excellent. Alright, we do have a tinted rock there, so what I'm going to do is make up for my earlier transgression and actually get use out of the spacebar item. After I get the item room in the shop, is what I'm going to say. Now that Liberty Cap has done me a favor and shown me where everything is. That was a little bit lame. I shouldn't have dodged forward. I should have dodged... No, I shouldn't have dodged back. I should have dodged forward. I know what I'm talking about. Oh, we really don't need Mitre. That's not what we want right now. There's no point going in the shop, actually. I don't have the money to make it worth it. And I do have the bomb now, so I'm just going to use the bomb. It's a long distance to travel, and I feel like there are some things that you do not need to be efficient on, okay? That is just a fact. In fact, we can Undefined after beating Mum, so that really is a nice little advantage. This may be a very profitable bomb. Yeah, we get a secret room and a spirit heart. We could have got something even better, but alas, alack, 'tis not too bad. Now it is kind of worth going in the shop, I would say, just in case there's... In fact, no, there is stuff on sale. We do have the Steam sale, so let us check this out. We got a cheap battery, we got a cheap spirit heart, and we got a cheap key. I'm going to buy the key. I don't want that negative pill. If I recall, it's health down. It's definitely a bad pill, at any rate. Oh no, it could be explosive diarrhea. I actually cannot remember in the slightest. Either way, we're going to kill Mum here, and then Undefined back out and see if we can't get an I Am Error room. Will that actually... No, I Am Error room's fine. We just don't want I Am Error room on Womb 2, because we'll end up in Satanville, and I am very, very happy at the amount of keys that we are getting. I am going to Devil here, just because I think I will kill her way too slowly without it, and I hate long mum fights. I hate long mums. I'm sorry, but if your mum is really tall, then we got problems. We absolutely have problems. Okay, that's fantastic. What is our angel room? Guardian Angel, I'm okay with. Especially having the ball of bandages. I am cool with that. We're definitely going chest, because we have Undefined. And talking of Undefined, damn, that's a crying shame. And we don't actually have the money to buy the battery, but we have not seen a curse room on this floor, so we are going to keep exploring. I look so adorable in the wig and the happy angel and the pink ball of bandages and the angel wings. I actually look really, really divine. This is fashion Rebirth at its finest right here. You got to go for a look, and you got to stick with it. Alright, I can confirm if I was right about that pill soon. Though this room is absolutely a nightmare. I mean, really, these guys, you know, someone once told me that these enemies were really good people. And I didn't believe them, but I was proven wrong when I found out that those enemies, they really, really do stick their neck out for you. They really do. It's good. It's good. Okay, this is, I mean, how deep does this rabbit hole go? That's the real question we are asking here. Boom. And lovely. I love being flying and fast against those enemies. It makes them so much more bearable, because otherwise they are incredibly irritating. Okay, so that was all very pointless, though we are actually kind of close to charging Undefined naturally, as well as having the money to go buy a battery as well. So this is potentially really, really good. And that guy's not going to die from the front. Okay, so this sucks, because I really want to go in that final room, but obviously I can't, I don't have the health, so I'm just going to buy the battery to fill up the last charge and see where we end up. Okay, Lady Luck, make it so! The item room normally would have been pretty good. In fact, no, we just teleported a room to the left. I'm just going to move on. In fact, no, I've got 3 bombs, and there's a good cluster of skulls here. We get ourselves the tower, which is technically better than Bad Trip, I suppose, so we'll go for it. And yeah, let us move on. We do have one more Angel/Devil room to get, guaranteed, unless we get an XL floor, which of course we do. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. I really don't, but that's okay. That's okay. It feels like it's really, really unlikely for that to happen, but it did. At least we do get another There's Options, so we are likely to get a nice increase. Just something like the Ton Photo, or hell, even the 0.3 from the meat would be nice at this stage, because we just need something. I mean, we are very hard to kill very fast, attacking very quickly, so we do have the ability to kill things nicely, just perhaps not as nicely as we would like. And I don't have the bombs to skip that many things either, so that is a shame. Let's just hope that I manage to get through this place without having to explore too much of it. It does look like I am going to a particularly nice area though, so I'm going to definitely stick with it. It is a shame about the amount of I am error charges that I'm going to have to waste, because I cannot risk accidentally going to Satan. Like, I feel like if you press a button and you have a chance to just go to Satan, you probably shouldn't do that. I don't think it would be worth it in any real way. Though, actually, that does bring up something. I was having a discussion with someone the other day, and basically, say you were playing Russian roulette, i.e. the game where you get a revolver, you put 1 bullet in, you spin the chamber, you have no idea if the bullet is loaded or not, you put it to your head, you pull the trigger, and you have a 1 in 6 chance of dying. So, how much money would you have to be given if you didn't die to have a go at that? And we have found the boss really early, which is absolutely lovely. And it is death! We could have got Bandage Girl on this run. I'm a little bit unhappy about that, I will admit. I am very, very much unhappy about that. I don't like that these scythes are just, like, refusing to go away. I kind of want to keep that scythe alive through the entire fight, just as a bonus challenge, but I don't think that's entirely possible. Alright, so that was good. Of course, we want to take our ball of bandages over that. And then, yeah, we'll just go on and kill It Lives. Really? Okay, there we go. She just seemed very slow on that. So, yeah, my friend said he would have to be about 2 million he would have to be given in order to pull that trigger and have a 1 in 6 chance of dying. I think that is way too little. I would not do that. I don't think I'd ever do that. I don't think it's worth it, because granted, you'd have a load of money and you could do loads of cool stuff and your life would be pretty good, but any life, in my opinion and my philosophy, is better than none at all. So I don't think there would be much that could convince me to do that. I really don't. But that's why I want to bring the question to you guys. I'd love to know what are your thoughts on it. And we at least get one. So let us move to the cathedral. Now, we will definitely I am error here, because I think that does take us to the curse straight away if we manage to pull it off. It does. That is very, Very convenient. And we get mutant freaking spider with these kind of tiers and shot speed and the split shot. Thank you very much. That is what I need. So we have the tower and the high priestess. We'll keep the high priestess over those. I think that's the best. That is very, very fortuitous. I mean, there is no disadvantage really, apart from, I guess, a curse room, to skipping the cathedral. Ooh, we get the D6 here. So I am going to take the chemical peel. Damage up is good. And then I am going to re-roll the other two. Oh no, that just re-rolled the I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that because that is very good. That is very amusing to me. Bouncing quad shot. I admit that was like re-rolling the dice room. I may have completely messed that up, but I think it's definitely okay. I mean, we only would have got enough rooms for maybe 2 I am errors, and we would have had to get exceptionally lucky. So I do apologize for that, but I think this synergy right here, I think that definitely makes up for it. I really, really do. Also, I do look quite badass here. So I actually want to take some damage. Not entirely deliberately, but I am going to... Whoa! That just went mental. That is glorious. I mean, we're obviously not going to take Isaac's heart because... Oh, no, that is... Alright, I'm happy. I don't even care that I can't I am error. That is glorious. I found peels, guys. Because all of them are split-shotting, which is then split-shotting again, and... That is good. If I can somehow get Cricket's body, which is possible, I would be very, very happy. Boom. Did that even... I'm not even sure what just happened there. But it was glorious. Absolutely glorious. Hey, Megamore. How are you doing? See, I don't mind taking damage, because obviously we got Bloody Lust, which is just going to make us wreck even harder. So that is very, very good. Let us go re-roll Isaac's heart and see if we can't really add something. The dead bird, not really what we're after. Hey, Cage. Oh my god, that is so insane. That damage, that is just... that like, the Cage has so much health. In fact, someone did a wonderful comment on one of my last runs about how... if you could have any amount of any items in the game, not multiple copies of the same, but, you know, you could choose, say, I want the top 20 damage increase items in the game. Apparently, mathematically, it's impossible to one-shot the Cage. So I think that makes the Cage pretty damn special. I mean, he's, what I should specifically say, he's the only non-story boss, so the only non-mum, Mum's Heart, Isaac, Satan, Blue Baby, and the Lamb that you can't one-shot. So I think that is a nice little accolade for Mr. Cagey there. We do have a lot of health to gain around the place, so I'm not at all worried about losing my spirit hearts because of Bloody Lust doing wonderful things. I normally am fine with taking Magneto, but having 2 things to re-roll is a nice thing in that room, so I'm gonna leave it there. And we do actually get a Spirit Heart, so that is fine. I'm probably at max Bloody Lust right now, which is lovely. Look how many bounces they're doing. My shot speed and range is glorious. Okay. Wrong room entirely. I know what I'm doing. Boom. Again, 2 not very good items at all. In fact, 2 very bad items. Oh, this is so glorious. I wish I could have done the rest of the run like this. The Emperor! Well then, Blue Baby, how are you doing? You're just gonna chill, and you're just gonna get absolutely melted, my friend. You really, really are. There's just nothing to it. I do actually want to go to a few more rooms, though, just because this is fantastic. I didn't even really attack him, and he just died. Shut you up! Yeah! Blah! Fantastic. And this is very easy. This room also very, very easy. The bouncing death is always upon you. And we get 2 items to re-roll in here, which I am going to as well. We get a tarot card for our troubles, which may be pretty good, depending. I mean, we'll take Bob's Curse, because we don't need that many re-roll targets. I just want to do 1 more re-roll, just on the off chance I can make this synergy wonderful. I mean, just look at the tears when we're firing them around a room like that. It's fantastic. Okay, boom! Ugh, both Robo Babies. That is just disgusting. Alright then, guys, that will do. My name has been Rage. Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. We're going to end with a shut you up, because why not? Remember to like if you've enjoyed this. Subscribe for more. You know the dealio. A very, very fun run. I enjoyed that a lot. A goodbye. Bye.